Let's go up to the Skype wall, please. We always like you to get onto the Skype. We also like our correspondents to do so. Andy Watt is one of our Northwest correspondents. He's up on the Skype wall now. Andy, good evening, pal. Thank you for joining us. First of all, can I have your reflections on this game at Anfield tonight, please?
Well, pretty uninspiring is the view from a lot of the fans. And the highlight for a lot of them was the cat that invaded the pitch, which already has a Twitter account with over 3,000 followers.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me. And I won't make the obvious references to animals having been in the focus of the footballing world lately. We'll leave that for other people. Yeah, OK. But, I mean, nevertheless, Liverpool, actually, their home form this season has been that they've been sorting out the bigger teams and getting the results against them. But, you know, stumbling, I don't know, for some reason against the middle-range teams. So not really terribly satisfactory for Liverpool tonight, or Spurs.
No, from the Northwest supporters of Liverpool, a lot of the grief seems to be going Charlie Adams' way. They say he's overweight, he's not fit, and he's not really inspiring and working the midfield as he should.
Andy, again, I've got a question, Kenny Dalglish's selection, because they had no balance from very early on. OK, we had Johnson at left-back, which has obviously been forced upon. You can understand that in full-back areas, but there's no Downing on the left. You have Andy Carroll's probably one of the most dangerous players in the air, so you want natural crosses of the football. He plays Dirk Kuyt and Charlie Adam. You can't play Charlie Adam in a free with Young Spearing and Stevie G. You cannot do it. So one of them's got to go. Get a natural balanced winger to deliver balls in the right manner. And when they did do that second half, they looked more threatening. Nothing come of it, but they looked more threatening.
So did Dalglish start with the wrong team?
Well, I mean, it's all very well talking about Downing, but he's not set the world alight since he came to Liverpool, and he's been like a butt for a lot of the grief that Liverpool fans have been putting his way. But when he came on, he didn't really inspire the team much either. You know, Carroll was seen as the most dangerous player, but when he got his opportunities, he didn't convert them. And he's a striker. His job is to score goals, and he's not doing that.
No, he's not. He's not, absolutely. Andy, time is short. We want to grab a few subjects into this conversation with you, please. What do you make of the Capello situation? He was at Anfield tonight. He looked a very happy man to me. Signed a few autographs, smiling. You know, what's going on there in the relationship between him and the Football Association?
I think it's a case of irreconcilable differences. It's like, I heard someone commentate before that it's very similar to a marriage that's broken up, but you're still living in the same house for a while. And that seems to be the relationship he has. I think he's got to the point now where he doesn't care if he upsets them. He'll say what he thinks and be done with it.
That may be so, but he's got a responsibility to the English Football Association and to, you know, millions and millions of fans. And I would have thought if Mr. Capello was, you know, the man we all believe him to be and still believe him to be, he will want to make up for the massive disappointment of the South African campaign by doing something really good in Ukraine and Poland. And to do that, he's got to have an accord with his employers.
But he also has to have the backing of the team, more importantly. His backers at the FA aren't the ones that are on the pitch. And he needs the loyalty of the players who are going to be performing for him. And I suppose that could be at the back of his mind.
Yeah, but will he get that from the new captain if he's illustrated that actually he wanted John Terry as his captain? So you're only here by default.
Depends who the captain is, I suppose. It may be that the captain who is there instead of John Terry agrees with Capello that John Terry would be the right man for the job.
Yeah, but didn't we have some of this at the World Cup anyway? You know, there was a little bit of things
John Terry
seemed
to be trying to take over the team in South Africa, didn't he? You know, we've had a talk with the boss and we agreed to do this and that. It's a complicated arrangement, I think. You know, the relationship between the board, Mr. Capello, and his captain. I mean, he always said captains weren't important anyway, and now it's become a major issue with him.
But it's always the case when you've got more than one player who has performed the role of captain. You'll find that they tend to carry on that role, even when they transfer from another team, where they carry on with the role as captain, even though they're not the recognised captain of that team. You might have one in defence who's marshalling the defence as a captain would.